quiet of night, I whispered my plea, holding her close, hoping for her decree.
Listen. Feel that? Each strike remembers a story older than my father. The stone keeps its own voice. We only help it speak.
So, you're listening to Ancient Echoes. I'm Sam Nang Bradley. Ancient stones, modern stories, warm welcomes. Today, apprentices, chisels, and the slow work of learning how to make history with your hands.
I'm Sovin Lida. We'll trace the rhythms inside a provincial atelier, how masters teach, how apprentices learn to read bas-reliefs with a hammer, and what it means when communities breathe life back into old temples through living craft.
A brief note. Voices are recorded with consent. Sources and permissions are in the show notes. Today's story meshes oral tradition, conservation ethics, and the livelihoods that sustain both. Let's begin. Section 1. Context Corner. To understand a carver's day, we need a little history and some vocabulary. Khmer temple carving reached refined heights during the Angkor period, 11th to 13th centuries, when stone reliefs narrated myths, seasons, and kingship. Carving techniques use a sequence, roughing out with a point chisel, refining with tooth chisels, then smoothing and final incision.
Common motifs you'll hear about are apsaras, celestial dancers, devata, guardian figures, naga, serpents, and scenes of daily life. In the conversation on restoration, there's always a balance, conserving what's original while recognizing that living craft and repair are themselves cultural practices. We list ethical guidelines and recommended reading in the notes for anyone who wants to dive deeper.
2 quick technical notes for listeners. First, bas-relief means low-depth carving where figures project slightly from the background. Second, when we talk about restoration here, we mean community-informed, reversible interventions that prioritize material integrity and local decision-making, never rushing to replace what can teach us about technique and history. Section 2. Field Story. Come with me into the atelier in Takeo Province. Ambient. Low workshop hum. Intermittent hammer taps. A radio quietly playing a folk melody under conversation. The air tastes faintly of limestone dust and tea.
When an apprentice first comes, they do not know the rhythm. They hit too hard, too fast. I teach them to listen, to the stone, to their own hands. We start with a small panel, a leaf pattern, a border. Slowly, we make the cut.
I watched an apprentice named Dara for a morning. He's 19, eyes steady, hands already stained with chalk and dust. His teacher corrected him gently. Hold the chisel here, not there. Let the hammer do the work. Strike, then listen.
There is a chant we do before starting, short, respectful. Not to pray the same way a monk prays, but to set intention and respect the material. After all, stone holds memory. We ask permission to cut it. That's our ritual. That combination of technique and ritual is important. Apprentices learn shape and stroke, but they also inherit a language of gesture, how to hold tools, when to pause, and when to step back. These are embodied lessons, not just diagrams.
Short first-person moment. Dara speaks. The first time a figure became clear under my chisel, I felt my whole family there. You can hear pride. No grand claims, just the deep satisfaction of making something that will last. That's the human heart of this work.
Apprentices also learn to read motifs, the apsara's hand gesture, the curve of a naga's body, a garment's fold. Those small details tell stories about ritual, status, and local beliefs. When we copy an encore motif, we also choose what to emphasize, what to soften. That choice matters.
We recorded the atelier for a long stretch. Hammer on stone, conversation, a motorbike passing outside. So now we'll step back and listen. Soundscape interlude. Allow the place to breathe.
Allow this to sit in your ears. This is where learning happens, not only in words.
Section 3. Expert Reflection and Skills Deep Dive. We spoke with a conservator and the temple custodian about the ethics of repair. Here, Sovan, you asked about sourcing stone and the risks of replacing originals.
From a conservation standpoint, matching stone is complicated. Quarrying new stone may damage landscapes. Reusing compatible materials and documenting every intervention is essential. Communities should lead decisions about restoration priorities. Are we preserving fragments for study or supporting the living craft that keeps motifs meaningful? Sometimes collectors ask us to reproduce for sale. We say yes when it helps apprentices earn fair wages and learn technique, but we mark those pieces clearly. The workshop cannot become a tourist factory that erases meaning. Balance is the key.
Skills Deep Dive. A micro lesson. To read a bas-relief, start with the frame. Borders often indicate function, temple threshold, procession, or cosmic map. Look at gesture. An Absara's raised hand might be a mudra, a symbolic pose. Pronunciation. Absara is Absara, and Naga is Naga. Try them aloud. Absara, Naga.
Technical note, tool names. Point chisel, used for roughing, tooth chisel, for texturing, flat chisel, for smoothing. The sound each makes is also a teacher. The point produces a hollow ring, the flat gives a soft scrape. Listen for intention in the strike.
Practical takeaway and travel tips. If you visit a workshop, ask first for permission before recording or photographing. Bring small gifts, tea, dedication, or payment for time. Ask about prices and working conditions. If you buy, request a clear label saying reproduction or contemporary work. Support apprentices by choosing pieces made locally with fair pay.
Also, attend a demonstration rather than interrupting work. Sit quietly, ask questions after a session, and if you can, enroll in a short class to learn a safe introductory technique. That helps the craft directly.
Closing reflection. Hands carry memory. Every scar on a chisel, every softened corner on a relief is evidence of care and continuity. Before we go, a simple bilingual phrase to practice. In Khmer, thank you is okan. Say it when someone shows you their craft.
That's our episode. The layers matter. Technique, ritual, economics, and ethics all shape how heritage survives. If you want to read more, check our show notes for sources, recommended books, and contacts for respectful workshops.
Credits. Produced and hosted by Samnang Bradley with co-host Sovan Lida. Master Carver and Apprentices recorded with permission. Music and ambient recordings credited in notes. If this episode moved you, subscribe to Ancient Echoes, Quiet Stones, Loud Stories.
Find full transcripts, chapter markers, and sourcing details on our website. Share this episode to help keep Khmer craft and stories alive. Hear Cambodia's heartbeat. Walk the temples with me and meet the makers of Khmer life.
Quiet stones, loud stories. Thank you for listening.
Oh, shining diamond, flawless and rare, you stand so quiet, soft in the air. I dared not to rush you, feared you'd flee. Your heart too pure to belong to me. If you turn away, I reach and bind, press my hand, still body and mind. Your brows I trace, your breath I steal. This mark I place is dark and real. From this moment break and fall, hear the spell, obey the call. False love born from sacred lies, second one whispers through closed eyes. Follow me, don't fight, don't run, your soul is caught, my work is done. Empty will your light undone, under spell, under Sigmund. Crystal beauty, diamond bright, caught between shadow, charm and night. Time won't save you, truth won't last. This vow is carved, the line is cast. My words are smoke, my touch is fire. I bend your heart to dark desire.